Hey, my inky crafty friends, it's Haley Dyer, the Inky Scrapper, coming to you alive again for part 2 of Thursday, April 16th. I have a lot to share apparently, and I wanted to make this 2 separate videos as part of my rollout of new product. I'm just trying to check and see. I'm not seeing that I'm live right now, so like part of me sees that I'm live and part of me doesn't see this actual video. There we go. So hello again. This is part 2 because I wanted to show you a really cool little technique I saw recently. I think it's called a floating panel card. If not, that's what I'm calling it. And I made 2 versions, and unfortunately I did not think to change out my tape runner while I was between videos. So I'm going to do that as I talk to you. So the 2 cards you see here are almost identical. Just like any hand-stamped, handmade thing, even if they're supposed to be identical, no 2 are like snowflakes, no 2 are exactly alike. But this uses the Thoughtful Journey DSP. It's on Last Chance. It's gorgeous, and I wanted to try this idea because you're supposed to use 2 or 3. Sorry, this is really noisy. Opening that up was really noisy, so I'm going to just pause my talking and get that together. Okay. So the idea behind the floating panel card is you use 3 identical DSP and make 2 cards. I changed it up a little, and so I see the difference in the 2, but I wonder if you do. Here is card number 1, and it's the actual technique with the floating panels. It uses 2 identical DSP cut in 1/2-inch strips and then reattached with 3D foam. We have foam adhesive that does this. And then for my other one, I was like, well, what happens if you just use 1 sheet and use all the strips? So the raised panels do not have the identical panel behind them. So you save paper, you only need 1 sheet. This used 2. I still have some scraps left over from this one, and I don't know. What do you think? I would love your thoughts in the comments. And I'm going to recreate this card. I'm going to do this one because it does look a little more finished. Although if you only saw that one, you'd be like, oh, wow, that's pretty. Well, I think you would be. I was. So I'm going to show you the new available May 5th Scenic Coast 6x6 DSP. The colors are Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Strawberry Slush. And it is gorgeous coastal paper, but can you see that shine? So there's like a waxy, well, not really waxy, but a slick finish. This is the front with this beautiful balmy blue background. You get 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 8 sheets of each pattern. So there's pattern number 1. I don't know. I'm just naming them that. Here's the next one with that beautiful Highland Heather background. Here is the next one. I love these. How pretty is that? Look at that shimmer, or that shine. Not really shimmer, but shine. And the blueberry bushel on the back. I hope you like this as much as I do. And last but not least, this one with crushed curry on the back. So this is the one we're going to play with today. My husband said guys don't care about sunsets, because I kind of wanted a masculine card. That's the reference. So I'm going to pull two. I did pull a balmy blue card base, 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so it's ready to go. I'll finish off the inside and whatnot off camera. Whew. So, let me grab my paper trimmer. I think I'm going to use the left side. Let me see what I think about that. I'm not cutting yet. I do like that. So I'm going to cut at 4 inches. And because of all this fun shimmer, I'm going to do my 5 1/4 from the bottom up. So this extra piece will be my little inside piece. Might use the back because not a lot of contrast with that. Oh, I just noticed this is a little off. When I score and it's a little bit off, I put the bigger piece in the front because then you don't notice. Little pro tip for your mistakes. Alrighty, so that's 4 by 5 1/4. Let me do the same with this one. 4 by 5 1/4. So these are identical. I'm going to move my scraps out of the way. And then I'm going to cut every 1/2 inch. So I'm using the right side as my guide. So I've got 1/2 inch. I'm going to keep that one for this card. 1/2 inch, probably for another project. I'm going to figure out a way to make this one work. 1/2 inch for this card. 1/2 inch, not part of this card. I'm going to keep them in order here off to the side so that if I choose to use them for something else, I've got them ready to go. Got 1/2 inch. Let me slide these over. So again, this is Scenic Coast. Love to know your thoughts on this one. Okay. Like I said, those will go for another project. And really quickly, I'm going to add this. Let me try again. I have to sometimes get that started with my finger. And I find just a quick little pickup, not quite a flick. A flick might be a little too much. And let me center this on my card front. Gosh, that shimmer is so pretty. Okay, now I have some 3D foam tape on a roll. I'm going to use that, but Stampin' Up! Does offer some foam adhesive strips that would work the same way. This tears pretty well, so I tend to do a little 1, a little 2, and a little 3. Just like that. Instead of the whole strip, saves a little bit of that adhesive. Pull this off. Alrighty, so now I've got strip number 1. Make sure I've got this turned the right way. And I'm going to very carefully line this up with the base. The nice thing about using the two pieces is that overlap works really well. Using the one, I tended to squish them up together a little bit. It doesn't have quite the same finish, but it's a good cheat. I'm not gonna lie. It was still a really nice card. All right. All right, what questions do you have for me? I'm happy to answer questions because I know that this part's a little bit boring. If you're watching on replay, feel free to go really fast through this. I have to do my best to eyeball Oh, that's good. Where that 1/2 inch goes. I think that's the other reason this card's a little bit more finished that way. If it's a little bit crooked, it's okay. It still works. You don't have to worry about any gaps with that solid piece underneath. But like I said, if you just do 1/2 inch strips and you layer flush on the card and then the next one popped up, it still made a really nice card. So don't be afraid to do that. It's stuck to my finger, slowly getting my finger pulled off. Alrighty, and the last one here. I know, Nancy, you're right. Sorry, I was reading your comment. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. I have so many ideas with this, and I'm not sure I'm gonna buy the stamp sets. I don't know yet. I can have a lot of fun with pretty paper and a few sentiments. And so here we go. Last one. Try to get that in line. I think that's the right spot. Listen, it's stuck down even if it's not, but isn't that pretty? Just that dimension. I'm gonna hold it up close. Hi Cindy, thanks for watching. Okay, and then I grabbed, I'm gonna pull this off my block. I keep a big block where I just put my dirty stamps to be able to clean them all at one time. This is Birthday Wishes from the March paper pumpkin with the hummingbirds, and it was handy. It's a great size for what I need right now. And I've got some blueberry bushel ink. I need a lot of birthday cards. It's been my goal to send birthday cards to basically everyone I know, which includes family, friends, customers, who are also friends. And I am an assistant principal at our elementary school, and we have close to 100 staff members. So I want to honor all of them for their birthdays. So I make a lot of birthday cards. So that's my go-to currently. If not birthday, then I do thinking of you, because if you're sending a card, you're certainly thinking of them. I did not grab any blueberry bushel for a little mat for this Birthday Wishes. Maybe should have planned ahead a little bit better. I'm not even measuring that. I just used my stamp set as my guide. I am gonna add a little blueberry bushel cardstock. I'm not gonna take the time live because you can see how this is gonna go, and so I will add a little bit of gemstone. Actually, though, that's kind of, can you tell? That's in the way of that shimmer, so I think I might move it over to the left of this card and leave that shimmer available, and then I'll add I'll find some gemstones to match. Little gems. I think that every card needs a little bling, whether it's ribbon, whatever kind of embellishment. I tend to go for like little adhesive gems because they're fast, quick, and easy. So here's the basic card with the Scenic Coast. Nancy, I can't wait to see what you create with the whole suite. Nancy lives in Massachusetts, so I know the coast is probably pretty near and dear to your heart. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I am not near the coast at all, so, but I still love it. I mean, going to the beach is great, and I love how pretty that turned out. I'm gonna hold this up for you to see that shimmer. I'm gonna hold that in place, get some layers. So I'll post the finished card in the comments tomorrow, the next day when I get around to it, because it's not quite done, but I hope that you liked this little floating panels technique. And again, if you try it, please post a comment, post a picture. I'd love to see it. And I can't wait to continue to show you more sneak peeks from the May through August catalog, online exclusives. But remember there is not free shipping going on right now, sorry, double Stampin' Rewards. So if you place an order today through tomorrow, you'll get back 20% in Stampin' Rewards instead of 10%. So that's a great deal. So if I can help in any way, please let me know. And as always, I hope you make it from your heart and get inky. Take care, y'all.